New start goes wrong. One weekend, I got off work on a Friday. I don't know what I was going through. I know I was going through a lot with trying to find a job and everything. So I made my mind up that I was going to sit in McDonald's, this 24-hour McDonald's all weekend, and do every application that I put on hold and all the new applications for jobs that I was interested in. So I sat in this 24-hour McDonald's from Friday night all the way until Sunday night. I ate 2 meals that day, breakfast and dinner. I ate at McDonald's. Going through the application, running through them, sending my resume out to certain ads, the whole nine. So, come Sunday night, I get done earlier than I planned, about 6. I had 2 hour wait until the bus comes, so I just happened to go through my email. I wanted to see what was said, and if I got any calls for interview, emails for interview, anything. Kind of find out, to my surprise, I had more rejection letters than I could possibly think I could get. You know what I mean? I had thank you letters too. Thank you for applying for the position. We had to review things further. Yeah. But the rejection letter just blew my mind. Like, wow. I mean, I did not think one person could receive that many rejection letters. I actually believe most of the jobs was rejection letters. And that day was my last one. I mean, I was trying so hard to find stable work. Nothing was coming my way. Everything was continuing to be up and down. So that's when I went in and jumped on plan B. You know what I mean? I went on and started planning my move to Savannah, Georgia. You know, I talked with my manager about a transfer. He told me, yeah, just find a store that you can go to and we'll go from there. So I set a date. I set the goal, how much money I need to save each month to get to that date, to get myself going for at least 60 days. Then I called around Savannah to all the IHOP. It was 2, Mall Boulevard and Victory Drive. Come to find out the one on Mall Boulevard had closed down. So I called both stores. Come to find out from the one on Gateway Boulevard that it's a manager there that started his career at IHOP here in Orlando, Florida. So he got on the phone with the manager at the store I was at that he knew he started the same store. They kicked the bubbles for like a few minutes. Within time, my transfer was approved. So the manager up there in Savannah told me, just give me a date when you'll be here and I give you a start date. You know, I bring you in for the paperwork and give you a start date. So I gave him a date. I told him something at the middle of August of 2013. He said, okay, you got some time going to get everything situated. If you need my help with anything, just let me know. Reach out to me, and I help you make it happen. You know, he gave me his personal number. Time went on. I did what I had to do. I got that money up. I got my $1,200 in the bank. The day came. I packed up. I jumped on the Greyhound bus. On the Greyhound bus, I went on a call to IHOP in Savannah on Gateway Boulevard. Let them know that I was on my way. You know, and they said, come as soon as you get here. So I was good. I got one job at the line. All I got to do is find another job within 30 days to pay child support, to pay my court costs, and to make the rent for my motel. I called a few friends, let them know through tag and Facebook that I'm on my way to Savannah. The Greyhound touched down in Savannah like 5:30, 6:30 at night. I jumped the Greyhound. My phone went to ringing. That one of my friends from TAG, she called. When I said hello, she hung up the phone. So as I'm walking around looking in the area and everything, trying to find my way, she called again. As soon as I said hello, she hung up again. Third time she called, I answered the call, and as soon as I reached to put the phone to my ear, that's when she was tapping me on the shoulder. I turned around, it was her. I gave her a hug. She's like, come ride with me. Okay, I'm thinking she finna drop off at my motel, whatever. We get on the bus, on the city bus on Bright Street, get to talking. You know, she gave me a proposition. You know, instead of paying what you get ready to go pay in a hotel, why don't you come live with me and pay half of my bills, pay half of my rent, and provide your own food? You know, I thought I would fuck up like $5 million. You know, I mean, I ain't had an in-house woman in a while. I ain't had a home cooked meal in a while since my divorce and everything. So I agreed to it. You know, that'll save me more money and that'll give me more. That'll take less stress off me on finding a second job. It won't be so much of a rush. So While we sit on the bus, we noticed a female come on the bus and do something weird. She looked at everybody in the eye, like in the face, like she wanted to kiss everybody. I mean, like it was somebody on this bus that she wanted to beat up. And everybody just looking at me. She went person to person, straight eye contact. So we all bust out laughing after she got the bus. That was just a little strange to me, So the bus took off, and we ran up, asking questions and everything, check out the little scene, trying to learn my way to this new area we're going. Then all of a sudden I asked her where we're going. She said she lived on the east side. Okay, so we get to the bus stop across the street from a place that I thought was a museum. Kind of find out it was Savannah High School. So we got the bus across the street from Savannah High School, which is Pennsylvania Street, and we walked up to New Mexico. So we get to a house, but we walked to the back of the house. Kind of find out whoever owned that house, the garage is separate from the house, so that person turned that garage into a 1-bedroom apartment and running like a extended stay hotel. Okay, it looked nice on the inside and everything. I came right in, made myself at home. My roommate, she went through the refrigerator like, look, I ain't had a chance to go to the grocery store. I've been busy with the bus schedule and everything, and we just took the last bus from downtown that would take us to the store. So, are you okay with eating out? I said, sure. So we ordered Chinese food. She had me Chinese food. Okay, we ordered Chinese food. And a few minutes go by, I walk up there to pick the food up. Someone told me to go to the barber shop, get a feel for the barber shop. So I walked through there, had a little conversation with the barber. Felt the little vibe, felt good, like a good little vibe, Then I picked up the food. After I picked the food, I went and walked through the little convenience store. Right, the little convenience store, that's when I noticed that Savannah, the white tees, the little tees we wear in Florida with the straight neck, with this kind of neck, they had the V-neck version. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh man, they're gonna be a little different here. I know I love to rock my tees, so I guess now I gotta become accustomed to rocking the V-neck tees, until I can find the regular neck tee. So get back to the house. We chill and eat. I want to call IHOP. They told me to come in the next day and do the application. Do the paperwork. Go from there. They give me my schedule. Okay. I called all my family and friends. I know I'm in Savannah now. To my surprise, nobody answered the phone. I guess everybody was mad at me. Like, okay, he's just gonna up and leave his kids behind. Cause that was a big argument when I left. My youngest little boy, his mom was like, you just gonna up and leave your son? You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to explain everything, but nobody didn't understand or was cool with what was going on. So I did what I felt was best for me to get a new start in my life. You know what I mean? To get where I can build better than what I was building in Florida. So get up the next day, we all leave at the same time. I took the bus with her from Pennsylvania Street all the way to Broughton Street. Then I jumped on the bus that took me from Broughton Street to the IHOP on Gateway Boulevard, which is 204. But to my surprise, when I first started calling up there to Savannah, they said there wasn't no bus that goes to the IHOP in that area. Now when I get here, it's a bus to go that way. So I'm like, well, somebody lied to me, but I found out from the bus driver that they had just started this stop a couple months ago. Okay, cool. So I go to IHOP, walk in, I do the little hiring, the transfer, the hiring paperwork and everything, the little tax forms and everything. And when I got done, and the manager made a copy of my license, well, my ID at the time and my Social Security card, he asked me, can I start right now? To my surprise, I went on and said, yeah. I started as a dishwasher. The whole dishwasher setup reminded me of Steak and Shake. It was set up just how the dish area set up in Steak and Shake. So I caught on real fast. I caught on real fast. I did my little 8 hours, made me some food, went home. That was that. While I went on the bus to take me back to in town, I went to the restaurants in the area right there around the IHOP to do applications at the Hardee's, the Sonics that was across the street, the McDonald's was across the street. That's when I went to McDonald's and noticed that they got the biscuit and gravy combo on the value meals. That's something I used to enjoy in Florida at IHOP. So, not at IHOP, at Hardee's. So, I was happy to see something new on the value meals. Then when I did the application, I couldn't apply because I had already applied at another McDonald's. So I had to wait 6 days in order to be able to apply to another McDonald's. So I didn't know that, but that was that. I did the application at Sonics. I did the application at Hardee's, which was across the street. You know, there's a bunch of restaurants in the same area. So I get home, chilling. Still calling all my kids. Nobody answered the phone. I'm like, yeah, I just give a little time, you know. So showed up the next day for work, which was Sunday. Come to find out, on my way to work, they also had the bus run an hour late on Sundays. So the time that the bus came on Pennsylvania Street to take me downtown is also the same time the bus came downtown to take me to IHOP, to take me to work. So I called them, I'm going to be a little late. I don't know how much late. I know I'm going to be late. It's okay, get here when you can. So I eventually get there, work the day. That's when they started me as a cook. You know, teach me to cook the ropes as a cook. I wasn't catching on fast enough because they got a lot of little stuff that we don't normally do as a cook in Orlando. So, but I did what I could, you know. Then they put me, when they seen I wasn't good enough, they put me on prep. So while I'm doing prep, you know, time goes by, the day over. So I, as a manager for my schedule, she gave my schedule, but I didn't read it right away. I went until I was on the bus, and I was still excited. You know, I'm in a new city. I got my schedule. I mean, I only been here a couple of days, and I'm already working. You know what I mean? So that felt real good to do. Then Monday come, you know, I started blowing up everybody's phone, all the applications I was doing around the city, you know, and that's when I could have had my first fight. I'm sitting downtown, waiting on the bus on Broughton Street to take me to work. Well, take me to do some more applications. I started my week to go do all the applications at the Technical Hire Company, to start getting my name floating around the city and get my resume floating around the city. So we sitting, me and a whole bunch of other people that sit at the bus stop chilling, you know, and our guy come walking up from the Bay Street, and he's just yelling. Got 3 little kids with him yelling. Nobody could make out what he was saying, but we just know the voice yelling. We could see the body, but we couldn't make out what he was saying, what the person was saying. So when it got closer, he went and said, like, y'all could have told me what bus that was and everything, whatnot, like fighting words. So me, I was ready to take it there and say, bro, put an address on that. But on second thought, thinking that, you know, I'm in a new city, I don't know how Georgia get down, so I didn't want to take the time to get in an altercation, then end up going to jail, whatever. So I let it be. And then I overheard a conversation. After that was over, the dude took off, went back towards west side of Savannah, and we stayed right there in front of the child support office at the bus stop. So sitting there waiting on the bus, I overheard a conversation. Our guy was saying that the KFC he worked at was mad at him because he didn't come in on his day off like he usually do because he had some stuff to do. I interrupted him, asked him, are they hiring? He said, yeah. He told me where to go. I'm like, I'll just move here, man. So like, I'll take you. So I got on the bus with him. I paid my fare. He took me to the IHOP. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not the IHOP. He took me to the KFC. I did my application, everything right there. He told him, hey, here go a guy fresh in town from Florida. Get him an opportunity. He's trying to find a second job to provide for his family, his kids, and provide for himself here while he's in Savannah. So the manager came out and talked to me. I feel the interview went real well. She was buying everything I was saying. She was ready to give me an opportunity. Till we got down to, oh, you don't have steel-toe shoes. I mean, slip-resistant shoes. So I told her I won't want to accept no other answer. So every response she had, I had to come back. I told her, no, I go to Walmart and buy them. That way you're going to take the money, take the payment out my check when the shoes come in the mail. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't trying to hear it. So like I made her feel real confused. You know, because every excuse she gave, I gave an answer. I cleared it up. So it's like, you know what? Just wait until the store manager come in and call her, and we'll go from there. So I went on. I gave up, went on, agreed to it. You know, I went back to the regular plan. I filled out the application, all the little daily work, daily pay places that's in Savannah, that's also around Orlando, Florida. I went back and forth to all the little technical hire companies. First ones I did was the ones that have offices in Orlando, Florida, because those are the ones I already had a reputation with. So I went to them first, you know, and getting an update on Facebook and on Tag. One of my homegirls, well, a female that I came cool with over time, she was telling me which one she didn't work for that usually keep work. So we had a little back and forth, you know. When it came time for us to hang out, she was like, nah, I look at you as a brother. I don't want to go there with you. I don't want to violate that circle. So I'm like, all right, cool. I left that like that. You know, time goes on. I'm still working only weekends at IHOP, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I'm losing hours for coming in late on Sundays. You know, the work was going fast. I'm on one day, I showed her late. The manager like, well, how about I cut your hours for next week since you want to come in late? I took that, you know, then time goes on. I had another situation on the job, you know what I'm saying, where I asked her about my hours. I mean, when would they pick up? So she explained to me what was going on. The fact that the IHOP on 204 took over for the one on Mall Boulevard. You know what I mean? They closed that down for a number of different reasons I don't want to discuss in this video. But everybody from that store came over here. Then they brought people in from other IHOPs in South Carolina and other places until they fill it up with workers. She told me the best bet is wait till the tax return next year. Wait till the tax return, then people will start hauling butt. People get ghosts. And I went to talk with some of the workers on my own, kind of find out that's what it was. Nobody was planning to go back to Brunswick or South Carolina until after tax season. Now I just got there in August, so you talking about September, October, November, December, January, February when you can file. You talking about 6 months down the road, I gotta sit here and work part-time hours until everybody go home. Nah, I wasn't. You know I wasn't cool with that at all. So time goes by, I just started blowing everybody's phone on. Every free moment I had, every application I had to end, I was calling people lying. That's showing that I'm consistent, that I really need a job. Even my roommate was telling me, you know, they're not gonna. This is kind of city that's not gonna move when you want them to move. They're gonna make a move with you when they're ready to make a move. I wasn't trying to hear that. I was trying to hear that. All I knew was I got child support to pay for 2 kids. I got court costs to pay for 3 different cases. And I need to get this money. You know what I mean? I need the money for a new bus pass. You know what I mean? I was spending what I had in the bank because I paying half of the female rent. You know, and time goes by. Money started getting slower, lower. You know, buying food. Was eating out every night. So, time went on. To my surprise, I finally talked the hardest into giving me an interview. So I showed up for that interview. Come to my surprise, another cook / dishwasher was there for an interview too. He was trying to work 2 jobs like I'm doing, and it was 2 other people. So the manager came out and did 3 interviews, interviewed the other 3 people, and then ran to the back and grabbed his stuff and left. I'm looking confused, like, okay, does that mean he gone for the day or is he just took a break? So the manager on duty came and like, did he interview you? I was like, no. So she went and called his phone. She got her phone 3 times. It's going straight to voicemail. So she told me to come back in 2 hours. I'm looking confused now, like, what the hell? I never heard come back in 2 hours. You know what I mean? So I went along with Flo, thinking they probably do things different in Savannah than they did in Orlando, Florida. So I left Hardee's and went to the little outlet behind the Hardee's and posted on tag what was going on. So another friend of mine that I conversated with every blue moon through Skype and Tango made plan to come meet me. So when she popped up, she met me in that parking lot. And as I walked to her car, as I stand in her car outside her driver's door talking, I noticed the manager from Hardee's come out the GNC store right there in that plaza. So I told her what was going on. She said, get in, I'll drop you off there. So we pulled out the parking lot. Instead of that manager making the left to turn into Hardee's, he goes straight up to the light. I'm looking, what the hell? So she dropped me off at Hardee's. I go in there and tell them back the 2 hours up. She's like, he ain't back yet, let me call him. I say, I think he gone for the day. She said, why you say that? Because he just turned left at the light. Like, oh shoot. So she went and called his phone, called him 4 times. He didn't pick up. She was like, you know what? The best I can tell you is try to catch him early in the morning. Call every morning till you can get through to him. And then when you get through to him, tell him he forgot to do your interview and go from there. I said, okay, left it like that. She said, sorry about all this. I said, don't worry about it. You know, good things come to those that show patience. She's like, huh? So I tell her again, good things come to those that have patience. So I get on the bus. I'm heading home. You know what I mean? I get on the bus from Gateway Boulevard to take me to downtown Savannah. I called the Wendy's. I done got an interview set up with them. Okay, cool. I'm feeling a little better. I'm also feeling down. Like, my roommate, I ain't heard from her all day. She used to call to see what time I'm getting off and let me know what time to catch the bus to get to the house, to get downtown. So this particular day, no call. So I ride downtown. I take the bus from downtown to the east side of Savannah. And as I head to the house, I come to the door. I hear two voices. I hear her and a male voice talking. You know, I listened over the conversation. It's her and the landlord talking about the rent, you know, and she was like, since I started sleeping with you, now you want to charge me for rent. And, you know, they had a little back and forth, like, look, you got 30 days, you got 30 days to come with the rest of the rent, or I got to put y'all out. So when he reached for the nod to open the door, I took off running. Stood on the other porch to the main house. And when I saw him leave, that's when I come knock on the door. So she sat me down and talked to me, like, told me what was going on. You know, I need you to help me catch this rent. I'm like, I only been here 30 days. And I already made my mind up. If I don't get this job tomorrow, I'm going back to Florida. So, you know, time goes on. We started arguing back and forth. It led to a big argument. I mean, she asked how much money I came with. I told her how much I came with. She's like, that's not enough money for a new start. You know what I mean? What you going to do with that little bit of cash for a new start? So that's when I ended up snapping at her, like, you moved to Savannah, you know what I'm saying, and went straight to the shelter. You know, you went from your best friend's house to the shelter. At least I came here with money in my pocket to cover a month in the motel, while you didn't have nothing set up. You know what I'm saying? You stayed with your best friend until she put you out, then you went from there. So you know how that go both ways, you know. And then that went from there. So time went on. I told her like it was. She told me what she told me straight up. She said, hey, you gonna help me catch this rent or you can leave tonight. So I thought about it. Fuck it. You know, why continue to see and pay rent if I don't know if I'm gonna have money to cover the next month? I'm not finna pay for another month and food all over again and then end up going broke. Then what? When you get put out for not catching the rent, we all at square zero again. We were all back to square one. So I packed up all my stuff right then and there. Everything I had in her apartment, everything that I had in her place, I packed it all up in my 2 suitcases, and I was gone. I walked back up to Pennsylvania. I walked down New Mexico all the way back to Pennsylvania Street. I waited on the bus. Sat both my suitcases back down. I'm pacing back and forth till the bus came. I know it was a young dude at the laundromat asking everybody he was talking to who that is at the bus stop. Nobody knew who I was, but they were getting ghosted real quick. So after the 5th person he asked, he went in the laundromat, came out. Then it's just me and him around. Nobody else around. Like, everybody just got ghosts all of a sudden. You know what I mean? I started thinking about everything people told me on tags. So the east side and the west side is the worst 2 sides. But the west side is more worse than the east side. But everybody just scared us. One situation that happened some years ago, it was a shootout between some people, and some innocent people end up getting shot. So a lot of people don't come on the east side like that after dark. So I'm thinking about all that. I'm just chilling out of my business. And I watched the guy go in and out the laundromat 3 times. The 4th time, while he was in the laundromat before he came out, the bus came. So I hurried up and got on the bus. And I explained to the bus driver what's going on. She's like, yeah, you probably finna get some problems. You know what I mean? So I'm like, thank you, Jesus, the bus came. So time go by. I take the bus downtown, you know, I get in the shelter for the night, you know what I'm saying, for a couple nights. Another tag / Facebook friend called me up to hang out. And I told her about a little couple situation I had. She was trying to explain to me, you got to calm down and be calm. You know, these people are real mind twisted. They'll take anything the wrong way and be ready to fight or shoot or stab, whatever. And I told her, no, I'm the type of man where if it go there, just go there. I mean, that's just part of life. Sometimes, you know, you might come off in a positive way with a situation, but that don't mean the next person would take it as a positive way. They'll take it a negative way, then it is what it is. We got a situation. We just got a situation. So she wasn't trying to hear that. She ended up cutting me off right then and there. All right, cool. So staying in the shelter, you know. Still going to work the IHOP, you know what I mean? Still going to work the IHOP. Still calling the manager hard. He telling me, oh, no, I'm not ready to set up an interview yet. I'm like every day the same excuse, and he just hang up. Catch him every morning like 6:15, 6:20, and get the same excuse every morning. No, I'm not ready to set up your interview. Calling every morning. Hearing the attitude of his voice, him getting agitated, but you know, if he only knew how bad I needed the job. So the day came for me to go to the interview at Wendy's. That was a little bit before the IHOP. You know, I showed up. I put me a little plan together too. I put a plan together like this. I'm gonna get the job or nothing. I made my mind up. Either I'm gonna get this job or I'm just gonna head back to Florida. So I went to the interview dressed appropriate, you know what I mean, dressed presentable, you know, nice little attire on, both suitcases in my hand, sitting at the table, praying my butt off, you know, putting the word out on Facebook. I might be coming back to Florida, depending on how this interview go. Same thing. I posted the same thing on tag. So I'm watching the shift manager do an interview with another worker, with another potential hire. That interview went over. The GM come out, or the store manager come out back, and was like, "Who is my next interview?" I raised my hand. She said, "Come here." I walk over to her. She's like, "I'm gonna have to reschedule your interview because it's almost 6. I got 30 minutes to get to the daycare to pick up my grandbaby. I want to pay a late fee." I pulled out the money. I said, "Man, I will cover that late fee. You know, I will cover that late fee for you. You won't have to worry about it." She's like, "No, I don't want that kind of reputation with you, whatnot." So I explained to her, going like, "Man, if I don't get this job, I got to head back to Florida. I need this job in order to have extra money to help pay my rent next month." So I understand that, but I just don't have the time. So she thought about the schedule. Like, when is your next off day? Cause we do orientation on Sunday, but you work at IHOP. I said, "Man, I would call in that day just to come do this orientation." She's like, no, with an attitude, you know, with what President Obama got going on, you gonna need IHOP and Wendy's. And I'm not understanding at the time what was going on. Why would I need these jobs? I mean, I know I need them, but why would I need? Like she making it sound like I'm really gonna need 2 jobs. So I didn't understand what's going on. She explained what her plan was. Her plan was the female that was interviewed before me, that female was going to work 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and I was going to work 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. Now, you know me, I'm looking confused because, you know, when it's in Florida, whoever coming at 4 p.m., they're working from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. But this store does it different. I said, okay, I understand. I can accept that as long as at least 5-6 days a week. Okay. Say, well, you know, call me tomorrow, and I should be able to give you the time I want you to come in for the orientation, and then we'll go from there. So I said, okay, thank you. But for some reason, I didn't find like that was a sure thing. I mean, come on, you talking about 8 at night to 1:30 in the morning late. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. That's 5 hours a day. 5 hours a day times, let's say 6 days. 6 times 5 is only 30 hours. Okay, that's a little acceptable, but at the same time, I was looking for even 80 hours a week. So, like I said earlier, I made my mind up. I got on that Greyhound. I got on the bus, the city bus, the Chatham Transit bus from that Wendy's, from that Walmart. Took it downtown. I paid for my Greyhound ticket for the next day back to work, back to Florida, because the Greyhound ticket, you got a year to use it. You know what I mean? It's good for a year. So if she gave me an orientation date, I was staying. If she didn't give me an orientation time to come in, I was back on that Greyhound, back to Florida. So the next day come, I called her at the time she told me to call. She was like, no, I'm not ready to set up an orientation time. We still trying to figure things out, and you still have to have a second interview before we set up an orientation date. And then hung up the phone. That's why I said, okay, that's it. I was done. That was enough. I mean, I got to have a second interview for a fast food job. A minimum wage job at Wendy's, I got to have 2 interviews. So that's when I made my mind up. As the Greyhound said, what was the next bus they had going to Orlando, Florida, they told me, and I was on it. I put it out there on tag and Facebook that I'm heading home. I can't find a second job. I can't find a stable 80 hours a week. It was time for me to head home. One of my homegirl that wanted to look me as a brother, she would call me, you should stay a little longer, come stay in the shelter for a little while until you do find work. And I was like, I was shooting at every option, every solution she was throwing at me. I was shooting down because I didn't want to sit here and go broke. You know what I mean? Child support was steady getting behind, and I got the kind of children moms that you miss one payment, they call on that phone, hey, child support, he missed the payments. What's going on? I need my money for bills, da-da-da. You know what I mean? Then they're going to suspend my license, but they's already suspended. And that's putting me more in the reels that I got to catch up eventually. Then court calls, you know, they'll put a warrant. You miss one payment, they'll put a warrant for your arrest. And just for them to issue that warrant, that body attachment, that's a $250 fee that they're going to charge to me on top of my $30 a month fee for 3 cases. That's $90 plus child support. Now, I jumped on that Greyhound, you know. I was so high. I was angry. I was ready to cry, but I just couldn't let the tears fall on my eyes. So I went through my phone and deleted every number that was in there from Savannah, every attempt to hire company, every restaurant that I applied at, every dishwasher I applied at, every email to jobs that I applied in that 30 days around Savannah. I deleted everything about Savannah that was in my cell phone at the time. I deleted all of that. You know, I get halfway to Florida, went to Orlando. My manager at my old job called me like, are you really on your way back to Orlando? I'm like, yeah. She didn't believe it, so I had the guy sitting next to me confirming, yeah, he's on his way back to Orlando. You know, we're on the Greyhound now. So we hung up. I said like 2 hours later, she called, told me, go straight to the office. I got a job assignment lined up for you tonight. Okay, cool. So that by that time was in Daytona. So we took the ride from Daytona to Orlando. I started feeling relief, like, okay, cool. Now I can catch up child support somewhat and still make my payment on the 30 days mark to keep from getting a body attachment issue for my arrest. Get back to Orlando. Go pick up the paperwork for that assignment. Went to work. Put on Facebook. I just jumped off the Greyhound on my way to work. And that's when everybody started commenting on Facebook. Maybe it's meant for you to be in Florida, not Georgia. Maybe it's meant for you to stay where you at. And all that. I'm like, no, it ain't meant for me to stay where I'm at. It's just I didn't plan things out like I should. I didn't come with enough money, and I didn't set up a lot of leads or any guaranteed leads for a new start. It was just coming there with IHOP, and I was hoping to get stable work through the labor pool, but that's when labor started. If you don't have a vehicle, you could be way down the list waiting to go to work. So hey, came back to Orlando. That when I developed, I cleaned the chalkboard. I developed another plan that I'm currently still working on now in order to move back to Savannah by a certain date. But that's how a new start went wrong. You know, if I would have went up there with more money saved up than $1,000 in my pocket, I believe I would have had a better chance at a new start. If I'd have set up more job leads or found some guarantees, job that would, okay, yeah, you did the application, we have an interview, we hire you, boom. If I'd have found some things like that, then yeah, I would have stayed there for good instead of me coming back to Florida. But you know, we live and learn. I learned a lot from that experience. I learned my way around Savannah more, and so I made my mind up to take care of everything I need to take care of to clean my name in Florida. That way I can really go to Georgia for a new start. That's my story of a new start goes wrong. If you like anything I said in this video, cool. You know, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button and tell others that you know about my channel, which is Raymond Tackler Forever. You know, pass the word around.